talk for a moment. Got these feelings that I'm tired of holding on. Wasn't trying to get wasted. I need more than 3 or 4 to say this all. Let me apologize. Yeah, I'll make up for all those times. I don't wanna lose. I'm begging you. Keep turning around, just wait. Can we work this out? Just wait. Call me please, 'cause I wanna be with you. Turn around, just wait. Can we work this out? Just wait. Call me please, 'cause I wanna be with you. You say I'm just another bad guy. You say I've done a lot of things I can't undo. Before you tell me for the last time, yeah. Wait, turn around, just wait. Can we work this out? Just wait. Call me please, 'cause I wanna be with you.
He defeated Ronnie Coleman to win his first of 4 Mr. Olympia titles. Please welcome 2019 Honorary Olympia Weekend Ambassador, one of the greatest of all time, Las Vegas's very own, Jake Hutler.
Las Vegas, welcome to the 2019 Mr. Olympia weekend. It's an honor to be here as the honorary ambassador for this year's contest. I spent a lot of years battling on these stages. 4 victories. We won't talk about the second places. I was reminiscing before this event and saying 20 years ago, I landed in Las Vegas to get up on the Olympia stage for the first time with a dream to become the best bodybuilder in the world. Now, transitioning to many new divisions, a lot of these athletes today, you'll see up here, hand-selected to be part of this Olympia press conference, will be vying for the best title in the world in their category. So we want to experience the best time between the expo, the shows. We appreciate all the support that the fans have come from all over the world, traveling from many far places, the competitors. Let's just have an awesome weekend. Let's experience something like we never have before. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm sure you guys are too. So without further ado, let's bring them on.
Representing the 212 division, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ahmad Ashkanani. From the women's physique division, Natalia Oelho. 212 division, Kamal Al Carney. Your reigning Women's Physique Olympia champion, Shanique Grant. 212 contender, Derek Lunsford. Fitness Olympia legend, Jenny Worth. Two-time Figure Olympia champion, Latoria Watts. Reigning Miss Fitness Olympia, Whitney Jones. Reigning Miss Figure Olympia, please welcome Sydney Gillen. Representing the Bikini Olympia, Elisa Assini.
All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking
Men's Physique contender, Ryan Perry.
There's a diva inside. All I'm trying to
Bikini Olympia contender, Lorelai Chapados.
wear a smile on my face, but there's a diva inside.
From the Men's Physique division, Raymond Edmonds. Bikini Olympia contender, Janet Ayug. From the Men's Physique division, please welcome Brandon Hendrickson. Three-time Miss Bikini Olympia, Ashley Haltwasser. Classic Physique contender, please welcome Chris Bumstead. Reigning Bikini Olympia champion, Angelica Teixeira.
Hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies.
Reigning Classic Physique Olympia champion, Breon Ansley. Representing the 55th Mr. Olympia competition, please welcome Steve Udlow. Juan Diesel Morel. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cedric McMillan. Please welcome Lucas Oslerdo. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome William Bonac. From the United Kingdom, Lou Sandow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brandon Curry. Competing for the first time in the United States, please welcome Hardy Coupon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2008 Mr. Olympia champion, competing in his 20th Olympia, Dexter Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, your final competitor, please welcome Julie Winkler. welcome to the stage your press conference moderators, Bob Ciccarello, and the only man in history to finish top 5 at the Olympia in 12 consecutive years, bodybuilding Hall of Famer, Sean Ray.
All right, Las Vegas, how we doing? Man, Sugar Sean Ray, this looks like familiar ground to you, doesn't it, Sean?
This got just a little bit bigger than back when I was competing Bob.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So, Sean, your birthday this week, I'm told?
Yes, it was.
So that means we are the same age, of course, although you're technically older than me. We're actually the same age as the Olympia. So this is what, the 54th Olympia?
Absolutely. Larry Scott won the very first one back in 1965 in Brooklyn, New York.
Absolutely. Well, we've come a long way since 1965. And what the people are going to see this weekend is a whole lot of changes here at the Olympia, folks. We have revamped, remade, and made it a little bit bigger, like that Sandow Trophy, Sean. A little bit bigger, a little bit better, a little bit badder. So this weekend, you people are in for a real treat.
This isn't the only thing that got bigger, Bob. And you know a little bit about what's been happening with this weekend. Lots of changes have been taking place. This entire weekend is bigger, especially the prize money.
Well, we're going to get to the prize money in just a minute because all the athletes want more money, of course. But we've got a lot of changes, and those changes are a direct result of our good friend Dan Solomon, who is in charge of the Olympia this year. Dan? Big hand for Dan Solomon, folks, your Chief Olympia Officer. And our show producer, Mr. Tamer El-Gindi, is in the house. So Tamer, I know he's in the back working those controls. Big hand for Tamer, everybody. There's Tamer right down in the front. So we got a new crew this year, Sean. I'm looking forward to the changes. Folks, Friday night, if you don't have tickets for tomorrow night, we're expecting a blockbuster. We have moved some things around. And we've got our 212 champs going to be taking the spotlight tomorrow night, Sean.
Absolutely. The last thing we're going to hear is the new 212 champion on this stage for the very first time.
Well, Flex Lewis, as we all know, won the last 7. He has hung them up, at least for now. I think we got a good suspicion he might be back on this stage next year in the Open, but for now, it's a vacated title.
Well, all of this couldn't be possible without our sponsors. We've got some great sponsors this year. Title sponsor being Trifecta, the presenting sponsor being Wings of Strength.
Well, we appreciate their ongoing support here at the Olympia. Big shout out to David Pecker, of course, and all our good friends at AMI for making this happen. Our Pro League president, Mr. Jim Mannion. Is Jim in the house? Jim Mannion, Tyler Mannion, Big Steve. How about a big hand, folks?
We're all here. We got some other big names over at the Expo tomorrow on Friday. Heard big Mark Wahlberg is in the house.
That's right. We got some superstars in attendance, and literally, Sean, one of the biggest fans in the world when it comes to bodybuilding. And when I mean big, I mean big. Shaquille O'Neal, I'm told, is here this weekend.
A whole lot of guys. Mario Lopez, GSP from the UFC, Tito Ortiz, a lot of celebrities.
We got all kinds of celebrities, and you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my good friend. The chef is in the house. Where's the chef at?
There he is. Big guns.
Come on, let's see those arms, chef. What do you got? There he is. Chef Rush, folks. He's actually the official chef for the White House. And Rob Wilkins, our good friend. Appreciate you coming down, Rob, as always, and seeing everybody here. All right, folks, so we're going to get right to things, and we're going to start things off with a bang here, Sean, because like you mentioned earlier, a lot of changes this year. You guys are going to see those changes on this very stage tomorrow night, and of course, on the Saturday night finals as we crown a new Olympia champion. What I'd like to have right now are these beautiful ladies. Stand up, please. Bikini champs in the house. So normally we just got the guys out here, which is nice and all, but we figured we'd change things up and get a little bit of prettiness to this panel. No offense to the guys. But the reason I want to have you ladies stand up is we've got some huge changes for this weekend, and the biggest change is the prize money. So the women's divisions have now been substantially increased in the prize money. So we have the all-time biggest purse in Olympia history for you ladies this year. And I think they deserve it, folks. What do you think? All right, you can sit down now. It's a long show. You know.
For the first time, Bob, ever, all the finalists will be on this stage. We had split it up before, but this will be the final place.
That's right. For those that have been here at the Olympia in the past, you saw some finals over at the Expo stage. Once again, Dan Solomon and his crew have made some big changes for this weekend, and I think they're warranted. I think all the champs deserve to be right here on the Joe Weider stage, the grand stage. We know Joe's up there looking down in us now, wishing us well, but all the champs deserve their time in this spotlight. And for the first time in Olympia history, folks, we will crown every champion in every division right here.
Yep, and it'll all be broadcast live on Friday and Saturday on digitalmuscle.com with Muscle Farm and iHerb sponsoring that.
All right, so that's it. Good night, everybody. We got some questions here. We got some champs in attendance. Speaking of champs, this young gentleman to my left, no stranger to the stage. Believe it or not, folks, now we've got some stats coming to you here. This is Dexter's 20th Olympia.
2 decades.
2 decades worth of Olympia. Nobody from Dexter's first time in the Olympia stage, 99, nobody is competing still. And actually, you could probably get into the 2000s actually before we got to find somebody that is still competing. So Dexter beating Father Time himself. He's undefeated to this point. It's also, should you win this Olympia, Dex, not only would it be your 2nd Olympia championship, as everybody knows you won in 2008, but it would also be your 30th victory. You already hold the all-time record for victories at 29. How sweet would it be for number 30 to be right here holding Nat Sandow?
Man, that would be, I can't even put it in words, man. I probably.
Well, let me help you out here, Dex. Here, just kind of close your eyes for a second and listen to this. And new Olympia champion, Dexter the Blade Jackson.
I'll probably start crying like Ronnie.
I was going to say, Ronnie taught you that, didn't he?
Yeah. Nah, it would be pretty amazing, man, to be honest with you. And it's weird because every single time that I've competed on this stage, it felt like the first time. You know what I'm saying? Just to be up on this prestigious stage, to be in Mr. Olympia with so many great champions, me being one of them, you know what I'm saying? It's just a dream come true. And for me to win a 2nd time, I can't even put it in words, man.
Well, Dex, this year is very unique, obviously, much like the 212 in our open division. We have a title that's up for grabs. We don't have a defending champ. Now, in the past, we've done this many times on this stage, and I've always asked you, what are your chances, Dex? How you feeling against, Phil Heath, who was the champ, obviously, for 7 years? And your answer was always the same, which was, look, come on, man. If Phil comes in on, it's over. Can't beat him. I'm going to do the best I can, obviously, after that. But he's not here this year. And the defending champ's not here this year. But you're here this year. So you seem like you have a little extra pep in your step these days. You seem like you're running pretty confident, Dex.
Yeah, I'm walking a little faster, huh? Yeah, man, this is, when I beat Jay Cutler in 2008, all the ducks had to fall in a row in order for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay at his best, I couldn't have beat Jay. I'm a realist about this whole thing. If Cutler would have came in at his best, I would not have beat you, Jay. We all know that. So that day, that night, I was the best, and I deserved to win. Jay came right back the next year and whooped my ass. So,
proved you right, huh?
Hey, but I got that one on my mantle when I walk in the house for the rest of my life. And this year is wide open. You know what I'm saying? And there's no one that I fear. I get messages all the time. Well, these guys are huge and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, listen, all they dudes in this lineup, I've beaten a lot better guys than these dudes in my career. I mean, it's just, I'm not being cocky. I beat Ron, I beat Kevin, I beat Flex, I beat all these guys.
Well, just to give a refresher course, Sean, who was on that Olympia stage with Dexter back in 1999?
99, Dexter was there with Ronnie Coleman, Nasser El Sambadi, Kevin Levrone, Chris Cormier, he's in the house.
Chris is here.
Yeah.
I've competed
Sean, right?
against.
We're all retired and you're still going. You're like a vampire.
I've competed against some of the best guys. I've had an amazing career, and I've been very blessed to be able to continue to do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Giving back and, always seeing you guys. You guys, without you guys, write me every day. Whether it's love or hate, thank you guys so much for all the messages you give to me because you guys are what keeps me going. There's been times you can ask Gail that I've wanted to retire. And I get messages from y'all, and man, it just lifts my spirits right up, and I just can't stop right now, even though I'm doing it now. When I start getting my behind kicked, losing to people I ain't got no business losing to, I got to go. you know, but as long as my body's holding up, you know, I always say my face look 50, but his body look 25. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Dex. One more question for you, Dex. So hypothetically, should those words come out of my mouth on this stage Saturday night, and that Sandow was in your hands, is that a good time to hang them up? You go out on top as the champ, as the Olympia champion on the Joe Weider stage?
Well,
or are you
know
still
what?
cashing checks?
I love to compete. That would be very hard for me to do. Baby, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna let it go.
Looks like Dexter's here to stay.
No, I can't do it.
Give it up for the champ, Dexter Jackson.
Thank you.
Bob, from one champ to another, our newest division, our classic men's physique, two-time Olympia champion, Breon Ansley. Going from number 3, you're working with the real deal, Chris Cormier. Spent some time out in Arizona. How does it feel representing the Olympia title?
It feels great. Chris is, you know, in my eyes, the best trainer around. So detail-oriented, and I'm just so happy to bring that type of physique, improved guys, to you guys this weekend. And thank you guys for your support and being such enthusiasts about classic physique and bodybuilding and, you know, women's physique, bikini, and all the divisions. I love you guys, and I just want, and I promise I'm gonna have this body sing to you guys this weekend. Absolutely, with all this hard work.
Breon, you started out as a bodybuilder. What made you choose the classic division over the open bodybuilding?
Well, I've always been a fan of the classic lines anyway, and you know, there's a lot of open guys that have classic lines. I just happened to, in my early on in my career, it just happened to fall into place with, you know, the classic division now. If I want to go into open bodybuilding, it's going to take me a few years to put on some nice size and some nice muscle. So we'll see. We'll take care of business this weekend. Classic is alive and well. I'm so happy to be the front runner and the champion of the classic division. I'm so blessed and so fortunate, and hopefully, you know, I represent classic as you guys know it and as you guys love it, and we will continue to do so this weekend.
All right, Breon Ansley.
Well, speaking of classic, Breon, the guy next to you, he's got that classic mustache working, Chris. I like that, man.
Pretty on stage.
That's like right out of '76, man.
Gotta keep it pretty.
Is prettiness going to beat this guy?
This year it will, that's for sure.
There we go.
Shots fired.
Now, you had a whole lot of support last year, Chris. You had a great show, and a lot of people arguably thought you could have actually won this title. So we've got a great battle with these two guys in particular, and of course, the rest of the guys making up the class. But what makes this year different than last year, Chris, other than the mustache, of course?
I mean, every year's a new year for everybody, you know. Not everybody knows my story, I'm sure, but I had a bit of a rough prep last year, and that goes to say that nobody ever has an easy, smooth prep. We put our bodies through a lot, and it's often very difficult. If you don't know my story, that's probably good, because I was crying all over the internet last year. But, I mean, this year, I've been so grateful to have an amazing team at my back. I've been healthy, my prep's gone smooth. It's been a completely different year, and what I went through last year really kind of showed a new mental tenacity in me that I didn't think I had, and it's pulled out this year in myself throughout this prep, and it's just allowed me to push myself beyond limits I ever thought possible. And I really truly believe I bring a completely different package to the stage this year, something I feel like I've been wanting to show to the world that I haven't had the opportunity to. So this year I'm really excited just to kind of show off a brand new look and bring something that's never been seen before. And
well, Chris, we're going to treat this like a job interview right now, okay? So we got Jim, you got Tyler, and you got Big Steve right down in the front row. So I want you to explain to them, like you're going for the job, the title, why they should pick you as the winner.
Sorry, why?
Yeah, why should you win? Other than the mustache.
I don't think it's anything I can put into words right now. I think it's going to have to be something I'm going to show them Saturday morning, Saturday night. I think they're going to see what I bring to the stage, and they'll know exactly
what are you going to show them, specifically?
I'm going to show them a classic physique that's never been seen before. We're going to start showing you guys exactly what's going to shape this division in years to come. Perfect lines, symmetry, conditioning, everything you guys want to see, flow, presence on stage, and just kind of, it's a young division we're in right now. I think we're still kind of shaping the look of what we're looking for in Classic. We've done a great job with Breon. He's got an amazing physique, but I think it's time for something fresh up there, personally.
All right, Chris Bumstead. Sugar Sean, guess who I got up here?
You awake? Big Rolly Winkler, your People's Champion of 2018. How you feeling, Bubba? All the way from Kuwait. Tell us about the prep. We know you missed your peak at the Arnold back in March. You had a slight knee injury. Out in China, you rocked the house. We saw pictures on Instagram and Facebook of you looking phenomenal. Where are we at today?
First of all, I want to thank everybody that's coming here today. I want to thank you from last year too, that I'm People Champ. I'm still happy with that, and nobody can take off of me that. How it's going, yeah. The prep go very well. I start earlier than normal, and it's go good, very good.
Man of a few words, Rolly Winkler.
Sean, I've got the equivalent of the female Dexter Jackson up here, and that, of course, is Jenny Worth. Back on the Olympia stage. What's up, Jenny?
Is it on?
Of course it's on. We leave no stone unturned here at the Olympia, Jenny. Microphones for everybody. You are no stranger to the Olympia stage, but when was the last time, or when was the first time, I should say, you were on the Olympia stage, Jenny?
So my first Olympia was 1998 in Nice, France. And that's back when we had the rower as around. So a lot of people don't remember that you had to see how many meters you could row in a minute. I'm sure Steve remembers one of those shows where I went flying off the back. We tried to invent, me and my coach Todd tried to invent a seatbelt to hold me down because the taller girls did have an advantage, so it was not fair. But yeah, so I've been around that long.
So how many Olympias just for you, Jenny? You made your way back to the Olympia stage this year with an impressive victory in Tampa.
This is going to be my 8th Olympia. Yes.
Jenny, you're known for your innovative routines. Actually, I know a lot of you girls actually help each other with your routines, getting ready for the competitions. You're a very close-knit group. Our fitness girls always have been. So, Jenny, what do you got planned in store for us this year?
So this year I'm gonna be what I was in Tampa, a warrior. This routine is dedicated to my mom because she survived her life. So I dedicated this routine for her, and everything is just from my heart. And it's a warrior, and it's who I am, and it's what I represent. Is just to become a warrior in life, no matter what it throws at you. You just have to stay strong and never give up.
Jenny, any chances you're going to have a rower in your routine?
No rower.
No rower. That's out. Sugar Sean.
Speaking of Olympia champions, Miss Angelica, is that how you say it?
Yes,
I almost
you got
called you
it right.
Alex. From Brazil, hanging on to the title. How do you feel this weekend?
Feeling great, feeling amazing, just so blessed to be here. And, like defending my title, it's just like surreal.
This is not your first time at the rodeo, so what did you do differently from last year to this year?
Before I answer your question, I just want to thank everyone for coming out, and also thanking the Olympia promoters for bringing us women to this conference. We feel so special. And so what I did different, thank you. What I did different, this prep I worked, I even did a post on Instagram say the time I left the stage last year, I was in my mind already that I was gonna work so hard for this year. And I took off the whole year in a purpose to bring my best this year. And was the biggest break I ever had from the stage. And everybody knows me, I love competing, I love being on stage, so it was hard for me to step back the whole year, but it was great for my body. So once I started prepping, I started a little earlier. I always did 12 weeks prep. I did 10 weeks prep before 14, but for this one, 16 weeks out, I was already on. And like I did many things different. I did a little more cardio, the diet. Me and my coach, Coach Kimoto, we play with the diet a little different, doing a little more carbo cycling that we never did before. And my body responded very, very well. I did more stretch, more physical therapy, everything, like every aspect that I could get better, I tried to get better. My posing.
And we are looking forward to that physique this
Thank
weekend,
you.
Bob.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
All right, here with the champ herself, Shanique Grant bursts onto the scene. Just a few short years ago, had a couple of physical hiccups that kept you out of the Olympia lineup, but of course when you finally got to that Olympia stage, you made the most of it. Now you're sitting here as the defending, reigning Olympia champion.
It's an absolute honor to be here. 2 years in a row, I got into an accident with my forearm. Second year was a bad retina detachment, and I qualified 2 years in a row for the O, but it was like 3 to 4 weeks out. Everything happened for a reason, and the third year was just epic. It was amazing.
Well, Shanique, what do you think about being here on the main stage this year for the finals? Now, you got a taste of the Expo stage, and listen, don't get me wrong, but the Expo is a great Expo. It's a great place to be. It's a big stage all in its own right. But there's something special about the Joe Weider stage.
Well, the Expo stage is much smaller. It's a little loud in there. When I heard that women's physique was going to be on the arena stage, it was like, oh, finally we get the spotlight. It's like a big, huge stage. You know, you get to see, you know, closer on the screens and everything. It's just a huge arena and more people, of course, and a huge crowd. And just when you go on stage and you hear such a big crowd, it just hypes you up more and it gets you more excited to just be on the stage and just do what you love.
Well, you got some competition, and she's right next to you. We purposely put her there, of course. You got Natalia Abraham Coelho, second place in the Olympia. Now, you didn't start out in women's physique, did you?
No. First of all, thank you everybody for all the support, for coming over. But no, I started as figure, and then about 4 years later, I switched to women's physique.
Now, you weren't too convinced when it was first brought up for you to go to women's physique, were you? You were a little hesitant. You said, I'm not big enough. I don't think I can stand with those girls. It might be a mistake, but, you know, you decided to throw that cast into the water and, you know, kind of see what you can come up with, and you won your first show.
Yes, I think a lot of people still nowadays have a wrong idea of what women's physique is supposed to look like, and that was my problem as figure when I talked to Steve and to Sandy and all the judges, and they told me, you got to step up or try, just see how it is. And I had that idea that I needed to add a lot of more size, and I wasn't very comfortable with that. I didn't know how I would look. You know, like there are a lot of things involved, but I gave it a try. I didn't change anything in my trainings, in my diet. I just brought the package that I was bringing, and I'm like, let's see how it goes. So it proved to me and to everybody that it's not about size. You know, it's about the whole package, and it's not just what I thought it was.
Now, we just talked a few minutes before we started, Natalia, and you said, I can't believe I'm here, actually. You're so excited to be here on this Olympia stage.
Yes, I remember, even though I'm still like 23, but I remember a long time ago, I was watching this show, and I just see like how far we've came. You know, not only, like in the beginning, we only had bodybuilders, then they start having like classic physique and more, you know, like categories here. And now, it's very important. It doesn't matter like if it was the first of, I don't know what year, but the first time that we have female athletes representing the sport in the Olympia, for me to be here is just an honor. And I'm a fan of the sport. Before being an athlete, this is like something that I'm very passionate about. So I'm honored to be here.
All right, best of luck. Thank you, Natalia.
Thank you.
All right, let's give a big warm welcome to the one, the military man, Cedric McMillan. Welcome back to the Olympia stage, Big Ced.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Cedric, why do they call you the one?
Okay, so early in my career with bodybuilding, I think it was one of my first shows and my confidence was sky high. And as I got better and grew more, my confidence got lower, right? And the guy that was my mentor at the time, he would tell me how much potential I have and how great I can be. And I can't see that. I don't see that. You know, I'm not this. I don't have that like this guy or that guy. He said, you know what? You remind me of Neo from the Matrix. He is the one that was supposed to come and change everything, but he didn't even realize it, you know? And that's what he told me, and it kind of stuck with me, because he said one day, he said, you know, the way you pose is so different from everybody. Your physique is so different. But one day, you're going to make everybody remember what bodybuilding used to be. And you're going to be that one. You know, that's what he told me. So I embraced it.
Well, we witnessed you win over in Italy, in Germany, Arnold Classic over in Ohio, Lou Ferrigno show out in Palm Springs.
How you know all of that?
I was there. I witnessed it.
This motherfucker know everything.
And now you're here. Is this the one?
Okay. Well, look, there's a whole bunch of guys up here with a whole lot to say about whether this is the one for me to win or not, and they all are amazing, right? They're all great. One thing I can say is the road for me to get here, we all have our obstacles and setbacks. You know, some of us got jobs and families to take care of and still trying to pursue this dream as well. None of our struggles are any different from, are any greater or less than the other, just different. But I know for me, coming from a couple of shows I did earlier in the year, felt like, okay, I got enough points, you know, to be able to make it into the Olympia. It's time for me to put my military uniform back on and, you know, work all summer. And as I'm watching these shows, man, I'm seeing these guys winning and I'm seeing these points going up and I'm saying, man, I think I'm good because I'm tied at third with Luke, you know, and so I think I should be okay, you know, and so I'm, you know, already dedicated to getting my military service done so that I can have the time off that I need to get ready for the Olympia. And that last show, who won? Dexter won that show out there. That was in Tampa. Correct. And my damn name just, I said, oh, shit. What is it? So I don't even know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And one of my mentors, his name is Mike Cox, he said, Cedric, why don't you just explain your situation to him? You know, let him know what you got going on and see, you know, see what happens. It don't hurt to ask, you know. And the first thing that went through my mind was, what about all of the guys that legitimately earned their spot to the show? And the second thing that went through my mind was, what about all of the guys that were just like me that were, you know, 1 point or so out? And then the third thing that came to my mind was, man, I got to buy bread and toilet tissue for my kids. I can't be worrying about nobody else damn household. I got to make sure my people straight, you know? So that's what I put my focus on. And, you know, so we put the request in, and it really meant a lot to me for the officials and the heads of this sport and of the organization and this show alone to think that much of me, to say, yeah, come on, you know, because I always consider myself this country boy from South Carolina. You know, nobody even know where I live. So for them to think that much of me, to say, you know what, come on, you know, that was a really good feeling, you know, so I appreciated that.
I think that's a testament to your service to the country.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that.
Yeah. You know, one thing I want to say before we leave, or before I'm done, because I think all of us got to go pee soon, but we come here to something like this and we're able to escape sometimes our personal struggles, the things that's going on out in the world. We can look at what's going on, you know, politically, and you know, just fighting for no reason sometimes it seems like. And you know, along with that, we can all be full of, you know, got this room full up. Nobody don't give a damn what color the other one is. We don't care who each other pray to or our sexual orientation. You know what I'm saying? We all can just come here and be able to celebrate the sport that we love. And us as athletes, you know, some of us, we come here, look, I want to beat this dude, and that's what my focus is, to get this title. But I hope that at some point we can come here and embrace our diversity and be able to showcase that diversity as we come together and celebrate what bodybuilding is to us. To me, that's the most important. So I come here to participate and try to do my best because I need a check, man. I got a youth program and I need to earn some money. You know, I bought a bus with the money I won at the Arnold. I bought a school bus, man. What? I ain't no school bus driver. But anyway, I want to make this money, man, you know, but at the same time, this is a very beautiful thing that we are a part of, and we can fill that up with negative energy, or we can turn it into something positive and make it beautiful. And that's what I want to try to bring to this whole thing.
Cedric McMillan, Big Mac.
Folks, immediately following the Sunday seminar will be a service with Cedric McMillan. If anybody can pull it off, it's said. Folks, we got Ryan Terry, Raymond Edmonds, and Brandon Hendrickson, the cream of the crop of the men's physique division. All right, Ryan Terry.
Hello.
Time to shine, buddy.
Have I got to follow that?
You got to follow Cedric. I know it's not easy to do, but
Okay.
But I give you that task, my friend. But all right, you guys have been fighting it out for the last few years together, pretty much in all these shows, especially the Olympia. Ryan, first of all, congratulations on getting back.
Thank you very much.
The pride of the UK.
Yeah, this is my my 5th time here at the Olympia, so yeah, thank you. I feel very honored to be here.
Now, you had your good share of fans last year thinking that you could have been in the winner's circle very easily. A very hard-fought battle. You guys always bring it. You guys are always in condition, always in shape. But you can see the intensity is huge up on stage. When you guys turn around, now I'm on stage with you, so I'm the only one that gets to see. When you guys actually turn around, Big Steve says, "Face the curtain, gentlemen." That's when the real show starts. Because the amount of garbage that's talked and spewed when you guys are turned around is epic.
Yeah, we like to talk a bit. We must admit, yeah. Try and rile each other up, throw each other off our game.
Well, who's the biggest crap talker out there? Is it Brandon?
Ooh, I don't know. Andre Ferguson's got a mouth on him, hasn't he?
Andre's up there, if Andre's out there. Yeah, that's a tough one there. Brandon, what do you say, man? What happens when you guys turn around? What's all that fireworks all about up there? You guys are meaning some business.
I don't know about all that, man. I'm just here to win a show. I'm just focused. I don't pay attention to none of that. You know, whatever they talk.
You didn't even hear all that stuff he was talking about you, huh?
Because I silence all that. I'm just here for one job. I have one job to do. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for waking me up every single day to be living my life, you know, living a dream. Thank you guys for supporting this amazing career, you know, bodybuilding, changing my life. So thank you guys for all the support. I'm just happy to be here.
Thank you, Brandon. All right, Raymond. You guys get that big spotlight right here on the Joe Weider stage this year. What do you think about that?
This is amazing. I mean, just look at it. This is greatness. It's a blessing. Yeah, this is what it's about. Prime time.
It is prime time, my friend. It's also prime time to make some changes to the physique, to make some improvements. You got to show those judges what it's all about and what you got. All of you guys are obviously very, very close when it comes to the points. Everybody sees the final point tally in the men's physique division. You can see it's literally a point or two amongst that top 5. What changes have you made this year that can possibly get you in the winner's circle?
We're going to show them Saturday. Saturday at the Expo, and then finals. And there's going to be a new champ right there.
New champ.
Period.
Are you guaranteeing a new champ this weekend?
No, but that's what I train for, you know. We all in here, we train to be first. But, you know, I think I did what I needed to do to improve from the close call last year. And we'll make the change. Be a new champ.
All right. Can you hear all the garbage that Ryan talks about you when you turn around?
Oh, wrong guy. That's definitely not me.
Ryan's too nice. He knows I'm kidding him. Sir Sean.
I'm going to move from the one to the prodigy. Brandon Curry. World traveler. One over in New Zealand, one over in Australia, and one over in Ohio and Brazil. There's one place you need to win, and that's right here. Is that happening this weekend?
God willing. No, this is a wonderful opportunity for me. You know, it's been a long road, ups and downs, high expectations, but I can see the mountaintop right now. And I ain't ever been this close. So you know I'm definitely hungrier than ever. And I just want to thank all you guys for coming out and supporting this great sport and just keeping this sport alive with your enthusiasm, participation. all the messages I've received, the motivation. I appreciate you guys. And I'm just ready to get this game started, man. I'm ready to get on stage.
Brandon, you spend half the year in Kuwait, like Rolly does, training for this one moment in time. Last time you won in Las Vegas was when you won the USA overall, correct?
2008.
2008. It's been a minute.
Been a minute.
11 years. Is this what it all comes down to? It seems like it's wide open. We continue to use that word as wide open. This is one of those competitions where 5 or 6 guys could walk off with that title, and you're in the conversation finally. Tell us how that feels.
Man, it's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's wide open, they say. But I'm gonna hold that. I got that door handle in my hand. You know, it's my, it's my time right now. It's all about timing. And yeah, I'm ready to close that door, man. I don't see a better opportunity. I don't see a better weekend to have this happen. And it's all about now, man. And I'm ready.
A couple of short weeks ago, we saw you crash in the gym. Were you trying to sabotage this day, this weekend? The weights fell on top of you, or your head fell on top of the weights? What happened?
Hey, the video was just miraculous that they got the video. The Kuwait bodybuilding guys got it on tape. They was in the gym. And I happened to be doing some overhead pullovers, you know, normal stuff. But I got the stack a little bit heavy, you know. So when the weight went up, the weight went up to the top, got the machine off balance, and here it comes. So, you know, I didn't know how bad it really was until I saw, or looked anyway, until I saw the video. There was a lot of noise, a lot of crashing, but, you know, through it all, I just really didn't get anything but a little bump and a little scratch. So I'm just blessed that it wasn't worse, and it just kind of wakes you up to the idea that, you know, any point in life, things can change. Just because everything's going your way, it can completely go a different way. So make sure you focus on each and every day and be grateful for what you have and seize every opportunity that you have. And it just really lit a fire on me that says, oh man, this is, ooh, I gotta seize this moment. I got something I gotta take care of. So it really put me in the right mind perspective and let me know nothing's promised. And God's given me grace and mercy. So I really appreciate that.
Now, Brandon, we all saw that footage, and it was scary. That machine come toppling down on you, and you know, God forbid you would have gotten hurt on that. But what you didn't see was the security footage that I got from Bonner Bodai, which clearly shows Rudy Winkler walking away in the back with a ratchet set. Just saying, were you working on a piece of equipment that day, Rudy, or what was going on, buddy?
Y'all don't know Rolly, man. My brother would do that to me.
He's got nothing. Well, I got a champ right up here. Whitney Jones.
Hello, hello.
Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
We got a thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
You got the championship going on, but you got defending Olympia champion.
Yes, I am incredibly excited, and I just have to say that being on the stage at the press conference is pretty amazing. So thank you for including us in this and seeing all the fans already. You know, as an athlete rolling into Vegas, the buzz starts, and it's just so fun and exciting, and then Thursday comes and everything just turns into the epic weekend starting, and to be included in this is pretty amazing. And of course, I'm ready, Rob. I'm ready.
You've been a challenger for some years, and obviously you finally got the title. Is it different training as the champion and defending the title than it's been in chasing for the title?
Yes, I would say for me last year, being announced as the winner on this stage was such an unforgettable moment, and it's such an amazing feeling that you're like, I want that again. So no joke, the very next day, I woke up Saturday morning and I started already writing my plans, my goals, everything that I wanted to accomplish to get to the stage this year, and every single day had a goal. And I was just checking them off, and I'm here, and I want that day again. Training, everything is amplified every year. I think as athletes, we constantly are trying to raise the bar. We got to figure out how to come in better for fitness with our skills. It's like we've got to we've got to raise the bar. We've got to come in with more degree of difficulty, more entertainment, more pop. This year I don't have a torn ACL, so I got my hops back, and excited to bring that explosiveness again to the stage and bring in new routine, new energy, new everything.
All right, healthy and ready to defend. Whitney
Yes.
Jones.
All right, Bob, from the Netherlands, William the Conqueror, the shortest guy in the open division. He's wearing the right hat, though. Raider Nation in the house. You won the Arnold Classic in Ohio and Australia, and this is the one. You're Insta famous. We saw you on Instagram making a movie not too long ago. You had a little split from your trainer, and now you're here by yourself for the very first time. You said that was a good thing, right? I watched this Instagram go up 500,000 followers. So you're here by yourself this time. Tell us what the biggest difference is that you've had to deal with coming here alone. You said you had a friend with you, but not with a coach.
Nah, yes, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank the people who brought me over here. And that's my sponsor, Ultimate Sport Nutrition, Gorilla Rare. I want to thank the IFBB Pro League as well. I want to thank the new promoters, you know, and I want to thank the fans, everybody who came to see us. And to your question, I'm here with my friends, my training partner, and they look after me. So
It's a lot different working with your friend than a coach, per se?
I'm here, so it must say something.
You like what you saw in the mirror?
I really like what I saw in the mirror. So.
Is it enough to take these guys out? They've been here for a while.
You know me, I'm not a talker, man. You know, I'm going to show these guys tomorrow, and everyone who's saying da-da-da, we're going to see tomorrow, man, what's going to happen. Yeah.
Tomorrow night, William Bonan.
Tomorrow night.
We're going to find out.
And Saturday night.
Man of a few words.
I want to be the first to welcome to America in his very first Olympia, Mr. Hadi Choopan from Iran. Well, it's taken us a couple of years, but we finally got you here. Congratulations, Hadi. Tell him to watch this guy. Hey. Well, Hadi, it's been a long time coming, but you're here and you decided not to go into 212, but the open class, the big boys.
اولین که برای اولین بار خیلی خوشحالم که بعد از 4 سال تونستم سطح بزرگ ویزا رو بشکنم و حاضر در جایی باشم که باید 4 سال پیش می باشم.
He says, I'm very thankful to be here after 4 years of hard I'm very thankful to be here after 4 years of hard work. I know that I should have been here 4 years ago. I'm very thankful for the people, and I'm very happy that I got the visa finally.
من خودم رو 4 سال پیش عضو مستر المپیا میدونستم، اما تنها چیزی که جلوگیر من بود ویزا بود. بیرون از المپیا با خیلی از بزرگا المپیا، رولی، وینکراد، دکستر مسابقه داشتم، همچنین سدریک، اما متاسفانه نتونستم تو مستر المپیا باشم. امسال خیلی خوشحالم که تو این جمع مردم پرشور و بزرگای مستر المپیا حاضرم.
He's saying that he knows that 4 years ago he had qualified for the Olympia, and he had always viewed himself as to be an Olympian, so it's very exciting for him to finally be here. He's been in competitions with many of the gentlemen on the stage, as he mentioned, and he's very excited to be here on the world's biggest stage as well. Finally, as he said, that he's well-deserved to be here, so he appreciates being here from everyone.
شاید تنها سبک‌وزنی باشم که تو تاریخ مستر المپیا تونستم جواز ورود هم 212 رو هم اوپن رو بگیرم.
And he's saying that he's actually very excited and he appreciates the opportunity that he was able to compete and qualify in 212 as well as the open class.
و این خودش وقتی رویه من خودش پیروزی حساب میشه.
And for me, the happiest moment was when I decided to be in the open class.
و اینکه دسته اوپن رو انتخاب کردم، اینی که دوست دارم وسط کسایی رقابت کنم که واقعا رقابت داشته باشه.
And he says the reason why he chose the open class is because he wants to compete with the biggest and baddest that's out there, and to be in the midst of these gentlemen is an honor.
من همیشه تلاش کردم شاید نسبت به وزن خودم 3 برابر وزن خودم و وزن نمیزنم که این کار هر کسی نیست. من سر 80 کیلو لانگ میزنم. به خاطر اینکه هدفم فقط این بوده یک مثلث زیبایی اندام رو روی سکو مستر المپیا ببرم، فقط نه اینکه عضلام بزرگ باشه.
And he says he might be one of the men that didn't handle the weights as big as everyone else, but the reason why is because he wants to show the stage and show the people as well as the judges in the IFBB a beautiful physique that with lines and symmetry and also the size as well.
و هیچ وقت از سکو مسابقه هیچ ترس و هراسی نداشت.
And he's never been afraid to compete in any division.
و افتخار میکنم که در جمع بزرگانی همچون شما و این عزیزان و این تماشاچیان محترم هستم.
And I truly appreciate the opportunity to be here from the people, the fans, the competitors as well as the IFBB and the judges.
و به عنوان تنها ایرانی در این جمع از همتون تشکر.
And as the only Iranian here, I truly thank all of you for this opportunity.
Can you win?
میتونی ببری؟ میگه تو بگو بله. به انگلیسی. یس رو بگو.
من دوست دارم که همیشه بتونم این ساعت ویزا رو بشکنم. هر سال تو این جمع حضور داشته باشم.
He says, I hope that I can always come back and have this visa so that every year I could come from one Olympia to the next as the winner.
من 31 سالم.
I'm 31 years old.
6 سال ملی پوش بودم تیم ایران.
For 6 years I was part of the national team of Iran.
از بچگی عاشق مستر المپیا بودم.
From childhood I was absolutely in love with the idea of being Mr. Olympia.
و دوست دارم رکورد بزنم.
And I would love to set the record from year to year.
Can you win?
تو میتونی ببری.
من هیچ وقت از بردن ناامید نیستم. من امید دارم.
He says, from winning, I never say that I can't do it. I have every hope that I will win.
There you go. Howdy Chupan, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Bob. I thought you said he didn't speak very much. From Iran to Texas, the King's Thing. Steve Kukla, welcome back. From one Shark Tank to another Shark Tank.
Very true.
A little bit of a different feel for you, right? This is not TV, but it is lights, camera, and action.
Very much so, man. Look at this crowd. It's amazing.
Absolutely. We had a conversation yesterday about what a victory would be for you. You've been here a few times, 6 to be correct, right?
Through my 6th.
This is the 6th, which means what in the Kuklo household?
It's always an honor to grace the stage, being the biggest stage. It's our Super Bowl. Everybody's up here, you know, all these competitors, and you can see the expansion of the sport, bringing the women up here, and it's awesome to be a part of this. Every one of these guys I know train their butts off, and half of them disappear on the other side of the world, and we don't see them till the Olympia. But it's awesome to be up here with them. But you know, this is like you said, this is my 6th Olympia. Brandon made a comment about having to close that door and try to win this, and I got to say, you know, I spent 10 years as a firefighter paramedic, and I spent a lot of years kicking doors down, and it's time I kick that door in and show you what I'm made of.
You want me to get it next? So, Steve, your last victory was here in Las Vegas when you turned pro. I should say your last victory was Indiana, right? You won that a couple of times?
Yes, the Indy Pro.
I remember, you don't remember. So you mentioned last night, the victory for you was going to be what?
Getting that first call out. I think if I get in that first call out, I could prove that, you know, I could be a contender to be a Mr. O.
The dream of many of these Olympians, Bob.
Absolutely. I'm here with Luke Sandow.